So hey guys, in this video, I'm going to tell you guys why I'm selling my individual stocks, and I'm going to move those profits, especially during this bull market. I'm going to move those profits into Bitcoin and why I've decided to do this. So hey guys, if you are new here, my name is Susan Velez, and on this channel, we talk about making money, saving money, investing money, and taking care of our health so that we can catch up for retirement, especially if you are late to saving for retirement like me. So I just started buying Bitcoin about 3 months ago, and I feel like I am late to the game. And I've been trying to come up with ways that I can earn more money, save more money so that I can buy Bitcoin. And I don't really know of any other plans, guys, but I started thinking about it, and I've been looking at my stock portfolio. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell, well, I've actually already sold SoFi and JP Morgan. And let me tell you guys a little bit about when I bought into these and what my profit looks like. So I bought into SoFi in 2022 when it was like $4 and some change per share. And I bought 197 shares at the time because that's all I could afford. And my cost basis is about $4.65, somewhere around there. It's very low. So on July 29th, it hit an all-time high for the first time ever of $25, and I sold some of it. Now, I didn't sell it all because I'm really wanting to hold on to some of it. Although now hindsight 2020, guys, hindsight's always 2020. I really wish I would have sold more, but it's all right. You know, I will sell more if it gets higher. I do plan selling more later on. I also sold JP Morgan. My cost basis was $118, and it reached an all-time high of $300. So with the profit that I made from those stocks, guys, I'm going to set some aside for taxes, and then I'm going to move that over and buy Bitcoin. Now, I've also got some other sale orders in for some other individual stocks that I bought back in 2021, 2022. I wasn't buying Bitcoin back then, but I was buying individual stocks when they crashed during COVID. And I bought quite a few of individual stocks. So I'm waiting to sell those. And as soon as they hit my limit sales, guys, I'm going to be selling those, taking the profit and moving it into Bitcoin. Now, the reason that I'm doing this is because, like I said, guys, I feel like I got in late to Bitcoin. I know a lot of you guys are saying that you're never too late. It's never too late to start buying Bitcoin. But when you hear about large institutions buying Bitcoin by the billions, and then you hear the government buying Bitcoin, I mean, yeah, you're a little too late. But it doesn't mean that you can't get started. It just means that you have to buy as much as you possibly can before the prices rise even more. So right now, at the time of this video, guys, Bitcoin is about $118,000 a coin. Now, when those profits come through from my investments, from selling my investments, I'm going to move that money into Bitcoin without waiting until there's a dip. I know a lot of you guys are saying, well, you're going to buy at the all-time high. True, you know, I am going to buy at the all-time high. That is a possibility. But the truth is, I'm not planning on selling this Bitcoin anytime soon. I'm going to hold for the next 10 plus years and continue dollar cost averaging every time I get paid. So I don't have a problem investing in the all-time high because I've never been great at timing the market. So for me, it's all about getting in there and getting it at the best possible price. Now, it doesn't mean that $118,000 per coin is the best possible price. But you know, if I sit around and wait for the bear market, I don't know that much about the cycle of Bitcoin. And I could be waiting on the sidelines forever while my fiat depreciates in value when I could have that money in Bitcoin. So I'm just going to buy. As soon as that money makes it to my bank account, I'm going to go ahead and buy some Bitcoin. So it's not a big deal. I'm going to move that money. I'm going to move that money into Bitcoin, and I'm not even going to worry about whether or not it goes into a bear market. You know, I'm just going to keep buying. It doesn't matter. And I have to tell myself this because there is a good possibility when I buy at the all-time high that it could crash down. But if I just keep the mentality of continuing to buy on a regular basis, it really doesn't matter, guys, because you know how many times I have messed up and bought something higher than what I have had to, but I continue to DCA and it lowers my cost basis. And honestly, guys, a lot of you guys had said it really doesn't matter about the cost basis. It's just a matter about how much Bitcoin you can buy. So that's what I'm basing this purchase on. I'm going to go with that mentality. I'm not worried about the cost basis. I'm just going to keep buying. And the reason I want to get as much money as I possibly can right now into it, because everything that I read anticipates that Bitcoin is just going to go up in value, especially when you have all these institutions going up. So if it does go to 125 or 150,000 per coin, the money that I have sitting on the sideline waiting for a bull market is going to buy me less than what it buys me right now. So I don't have a ton of money, and the money that I'm getting from my stocks, while it's not hundreds of thousands of dollars, it is a little bit more that I can put in and buy more Bitcoin. And really and truly, that's what I'm going to keep doing. I have some more sell orders in for other individual stocks, and the goal is just to sell most, if not all, of my individual stocks and move that money over into Bitcoin so that I can preserve my wealth. And I know you guys are probably going to say, well, there's probably going to be two people. You either don't put 100% of your money into Bitcoin, especially at your age in the 50s, or you should put 100% of Bitcoin or of your money into Bitcoin. And the truth is, guys, I'm not putting 100% of my money into Bitcoin, but I am going to put a bigger majority of my money into Bitcoin. And the reason I don't put 100% of my money into Bitcoin, guys, is because I can't put my money 100% into something, because I am in my 50s. If I was in my 20s, I'd probably feel a little more confident to do that. But being that I am in my 50s, I don't feel comfortable putting 100% of something into anything. So I am going to continue buying into my 401k, my employer sponsored 401k. I have a Roth IRA as well too, and I have my health savings account that I have besides just Bitcoin. But I am going to stop buying individual stocks. I am going to stop buying altcoins. And as you guys know, I did buy 2 altcoins in July. And while I didn't invest a lot into the altcoins, I did put something into the altcoins. And I figure, you know what, if something happens and they do take off, that's a little bit of extra profit that can go into Bitcoin. If I lose that money and, it just goes to shit and it just goes to crap, then that's fine. I didn't invest a lot of money, because they always say be willing to invest. Don't invest more than you're not willing to lose, or something to that effect. But the truth is, guys, I just went ahead and bought a few altcoins. I'm done buying individual stocks. Everything from here on out is going into Bitcoin, because I do believe I do believe in it. And if you see big institutions buying it, then there's no reason that I shouldn't be buying it. It just means that I have to find ways to come up with money to buy faster, because the amounts that I buy every time I get paid is not really going to buy me a whole lot. And like I said, from selling these stocks, guys, it's not a ton of money that I'm going to put into Bitcoin, but it's a little bit more. And if I can buy a little bit more on top of my DCAs that I do every pay period, then it's going to be better for me. And I can't take the money out of my emergency fund. So the only option that I have is to sell some of my individual stocks. So that way I can come up with a little bit more and buy faster, because if institutions are buying, guys, I feel like I need to speed up my buying process a little bit faster. So anyway, guys, let me know down in the comments below, have you ever sold individual stocks to move into Bitcoin, or have you sold everything and moved it all into Bitcoin? Let me know what you think, or what you've done in the comments, guys, because like I said, I'm completely new to this. I just started buying Bitcoin about 3 months ago. And while I wish I could have bought a lot sooner, hindsight's 2020. I can't go back and do anything else. I can only move forward from this point forward. And that's why I'm trying to buy as much as I possibly can before the price of Bitcoin jumps sky high. And then my little amounts that I put into Bitcoin are buying even less and less Bitcoin. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video and you want to join me on my journey of reaching a net worth of at least $500,000 so that I can retire with dignity, make sure you click on that subscribe button. Join me on my journey. And until next time, guys, I will talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye.